So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about what is better when it comes to making a clay bead bracelet. So using a bead spinner, you put all the colours in and you can get like random patterns like this one here and this blue one. Or you can do it by hand, and that way you can do a pattern by adding spaces and different colours and groups with spaces as well. So I'm going to be making a clay bead bracelet today, first using the bead spinner, and then I will do a manual one. I've picked out these gorgeous colours. So I've got like a lemony yellow colour, which is really pretty, and then a pastel sort of pale orange, which is gorgeous, and then like a pastel-y pink sort of skin colour, which is really nice as well. And then we can decide what looks better, the pattern bracelet or the one that I use it with the bead spinner. Okay, so thank you for tuning into my channel. Welcome back. So let's get started. So I'm going to use my bead spinner here. Got my scissors to use as well. I have my beading needle and my string, and in this bracelet I'm going to be using 0.5mm Stretch Magic. Okay, so first of all I'm going to put the beads, clay beads, into the bead spinner. Okay, so I have that colour in, and then I will add in the pale lemony yellow colour. That is enough of that one. And next is going to be the pale pastel orangey colour. I'm going to give it a good mix. And try not to lose any beads out of the bead spinner, but that can happen. Oops, like that. Okay, I'll just quickly pick those up. Then I'm going to thread my string onto the needle. I will leave my string on the reel. So there's just a wee loop here that you thread the string through. Pull that down a wee bit. And let's see what this pattern turns out like. Oh, it's really pretty pastel colours. So you just thread that back down on the string and then get more beads. Also, it's a lot quicker using a bead spinner than manually. If you prefer to, you don't have as much time. I'm going to get a little bit more on there. So I do measure them as well. So I have a ruler here. And that's about 6.5 inches. So I'll just do a little bit more. Okay, that's gone over 7 inches, so I'll take a few off. And I will cut the excess string off. So that is the colour combo that turned out. That's using the bead spinner. So you get random patterns mixing the 3 colours. So that turned out quite pretty. Give it a pre-stretch. Tie my knot. So just a single knot, and then I do a surgeon's knot, and then another regular knot on top of that, and pull it nice and tight. I don't like to waste too much string at the end, but I have done today, but that's okay. And then cut it as close to the knot, but not too close. I usually put some glue on, but for this video, I'm just demonstrating. So that is the bracelet with the bead spinner. So now I'm going to do the exact same colours, but in a pattern. So I'm going to tip this mix into this wee container. Well, wee dish actually. It's not a container. Put my bead spinner away. And for this bracelet, I'm going to do groups of 3 colours. So I'll do the 3 light pink, 3 of the light orange, and 3 of the light yellow, and then put a spacer in between and see what that looks like. So it does take a little bit longer doing it manually. So 3 pink, 3 yellow, and 3 of the pale orange ones. And then I'm going to put a spacer in, put this container here. And I'm going to put silver, just little silver spacers in to that one, in between the pattern. And that's what it's looking like so far. So I'm going to continue doing that. So I will cut out most of it because you don't want to watch me sorting through all the colours. And then you can come back and tell me which one you prefer. Either the one that's made with the bead spinner in the random colours or the patterned one. So I'm halfway through now and it is looking so pretty. I really do like it, but it takes a long time. But yeah, maybe if you used a needle it would be a bit quicker. Anyway, I'm going to carry on. Well, when you're making a pattern, be very careful about following the pattern. I just made a mistake there and put the pale orange next to the pink, and it's meant to be the lemon. But that's okay, you can take them off This one is done now, so I'm just going to cut the excess string and tie the knot. Give it a pre-stretch and tie the knot. I always pull it apart a little bit to make sure that it's nice and secure and not unraveling. Cut off the excess string. Okay. And here we have it. We have the one with the pattern and the one that was made with the bead spinner. So this was the first one, so it was in a random pattern, and that's how it turned out. And this one here that I made manually, and it took a little bit longer with the pattern. So I'd like to know which one you guys prefer. So let me know in the comments, and make sure to like and subscribe. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.